Hi, this is T.H. Culhane for Solar City Solutions and Envisage Mercy, the Environmental Sustainability and Justice Club at Mercy College. It's 12:33, just past midnight on Thursday, March something. I think it's the 10th. Is it?
14th.
14th. Already the 14th of March. Feels like it's still winter. And today at Mercy we wanted to demonstrate using the PowerPot peltier device to generate electricity with these LED lights off of the USB port that comes with it, and you're supposed to be able to use it to charge your cell phone. And normally we found a candle does not work, and using a little alcohol burner does not work because the temperature doesn't get high enough. And we usually go and get either methane gas for the Bunsen burner from the labs, or we use biogas, and we store it in a convenient inner tube and carry it around. You can wear it like this and then light the Bunsen burner and then put the pot over it, and then about 30 seconds later you're generating electricity. However, we didn't have any methane in the lab at the Mercy Manhattan campus like we did at Dobbs campus, so we couldn't do that. And I've been thinking, how can you generate electricity with this? If a candle won't work, what could I bring into class? And one thing I've found tonight is that if I take boiling water, and I can take an electric teapot in, and I have the boiling water and I put ice in, and an ice bath solution is now at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's above 32, but it's stable at about 40. When you have 100 degrees Celsius water, or boiling water, which is easy to obtain, then I pour this in, and as you can see, we get electricity being generated. Now, it'll go out at some point as the delta T, or the difference in temperature, goes down. So I'm going to put this in here and see how hot it is, and then where it actually ends up going. Right now we can see that we're, with electricity, we're at about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's well below the 212, but it's still climbing because it was in the ice bath. So we'll see just how long does it take, at what temperature does the light begin to fade. And it is actually beginning to fade. This ice bath is cooling the water. The light's going down at about 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to add a little more boiling water in and see if that brings the light back. And there it comes. So now we have a nice steady bright light, and we're up to, what does that say? Almost 150 Fahrenheit, but it's going out. It's getting dim. We can assume that this stays at roughly the same temperature, because until all of the phase changes occurred, until all of the ice has turned into liquid water, you're basically keeping the same basic temperature. So we should do this again. Let me boil a little more water, and we'll try to find out at what temperature the delta T is at for this. So let's put this on and pop it up. So the fascinating thing about these power pots is that they do have peltier tiles inside, and one side, this is the hot side, and then the top is the cold side. And I've demonstrated that by reversing it. I did pour the ice bath here and put the hot water here, and the light did not go on. Now maybe if you could reverse the polarity, it might work, but these are made so that even though you can unplug it, you can't turn it around. It doesn't fit in. One side is bigger than the other, as you can see. So you're locked into using it with hot on the downside and cold on the other. But that being said, we can still do this, putting it in the bath. Now here, again, we're down at 120. Up here, let me see, let's let this go down and see if it still is at about 40. Because the assumption is, as long as I've got solid ice in, I should be basically at about the same thing. So I shouldn't have to worry about that temperature. So now we're getting down to 60, and it's now slowly dropping down to And a better way to do this would have two thermometers. We can use our Arduino temperature probes to actually see this. That would be a really more effective use than this analog. And we're at 50 basically here. And it's not moving again. So let's call that 50. And now we're going to add some boiling water. And let's see, once again, once we get this all boiling, so there's roughly 100-degree water. And we'll hold this up and pour this in. And we're up to 100 and 120. Let's see. Nothing yet. Nothing happened yet. That maybe it's because there was so much water in here we can't get the temperature up. So we're going to dump this out. Pour our boiling water in there. Do we hit anything? Yep, there we go. The light is on. And the temperature is about 110 Fahrenheit and climbing. Now about 110 Fahrenheit. And now it goes out. So some things that we've got to figure out on this is it's really the delta T between the bottom where the Peltier tile is and the top. And of course, it's beginning to heat through and heat up that water. So even if it's still cold here, you probably have an area where your delta T is narrowing very quickly. And so it's really about having an immediate delta T that is hot enough. And that's all we have for hot water. Anyway, lots of fun experiments that you can run with this, and then we'll investigate making our own. But we'll put our Arduino probes in at some point, and we'll see and try to calculate what really is the delta T that works. Thanks a lot.